Alright, we got some revs, says Desu. Unhinged Hassan Orbiter fucked around and found out. Let's get into it.
Hey, what's up, guys? Riff here. So today we're going to be once again talking
Hello.
about Mike from PA, who has been banned yet again after
Bruh.
calling an entire ethnicity demonic.
Yeah,
Now,
that
Mike
was...
from PA is one of
Bro, I saw that and I was like, yo, what the fuck did he just say? Like, bruh. Homie literally unironically pulled an Eric Cartman in real life and thought he would get away with it. Like that's wild.
the strongest Hassan Piker orbiters out there, which is basically like saying one of the dumbest idiots. But this is a guy who has a
True.
history of very
True.
violent rhetoric where he has harassed,
We'll say Hassan orbiters are pretty fucking stupid individuals. Like, bruh, you gotta be on something else to be in favor of terrorism and stating that America deserved 9/11. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude?
threatened and even put bounties on the heads of other content creators. He has
That is
encouraged
insane.
violence amongst his followers, and even
That is
encouraged
also
his
insane,
followers
dude.
to make citizens arrests of certain.
You know what's wild? All that stuff is illegal. Like, and it's against TOS on Twitch, and it just really goes to show just how blatantly Twitch plays favorites with its creators that align politically with them. And honestly, Amazon needs to genuinely step the fuck in. That's, and I don't use this lightly, retarded. Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's very retarded, dude.
certain people in a
As someone who is neurodivergent and has a learning disability, which who classifies under retard, that is very fucking retarded.
very unlawful way.
Like shit,
And
dude.
this is the guy who you look at him, he's an internet tough guy. He's acting like some big alpha. But
Bruh.
this is the guy behind the screen. This is the guy who wants you to shiver in fear for what he might say next.
Not to be that guy, but this feels like an image Cartman would pull up to insult Kyle. Kyle. uh, which is funny as shit. Yep, I'm the same. That's why I use the word sometimes. I still rarely say it. Yeah, it's part of my vocabulary. And it's like, bro, if you're offended by a word, in my opinion, you need to grow up. Because it's like, words only have power if you give them power. Like, it's stupid.
And this time he's finding out, but of course, with Twitch's favoritism, how much he's going to find out with this ban, well, we'll have to wait and see. But before we get into the details of what happened most recently, today is the last day to capitalize on my summer drop, at least
Well,
with
that
the
shit's over.
20% off code. So if you go to the link in the pinned comment and use
Well, as of today, this video going up, this shit's already over. So, yeah. A little late, lads.
20 at checkout, you'll save 20% off my latest drop with Advanced
Cool,
GG, which
Advance.
includes 3 new flavor jars with new arts, as well as a line of new clothing, the hat, the tank top, as well as the t-shirt, and we also brought back the ice shaker. So make sure to take
Ooh.
advantage of this 20% off code. It ends tomorrow. A lot of people have
You
been
know what that ice shaker reminds me of? It reminds me of that, oh, fuck. It was this stupid fucking product that was on TV back in, like, the early 2000s to, early to, like, late 2000s. Like, between 2005 and 2010. This fucking product where it was a cup, and they advertised it as you could make your own slushies at home if you like put water into it, just a little bit of if you just put water into it, a little bit of ice, and you just start squishing the cup, and like within minutes you'd have a slushy. And I remember that's what that reminded me of, because it was like the dumbest product on the planet. It's like there's no way that works.
using over the past couple of days, and I appreciate that. But again, use the link in the pinned comment and code REV20 at checkout to save 20% off your entire order. Now, let's talk about Mike from PA. Mike from PA
Bro.
is a Hassan orbiter with a very violent streak in his content creation
Sounds about
career.
right. I mean,
Now,
he
he's
has Dem Socialist member right here. Like, dude, there's no such thing as a democratic socialist.
someone
None
who is a
whatsoever.
paper tiger, internet tough guy. Because at the end of the day, this is the dude who is acting tough.
That's fine. I think
Oh,
that's
yeah.
fine. So if a guy pays for my tab,
I think they. I'm getting your attention.
Rubbing some girl's shoulder without her consent is getting her attention. Dude, that's some weird shit, not gonna lie. Like, bro, I saw this clip and dude, that made me visibly cringe. I was like, oh, like, bro, what are you doing?
This
Like,
is the guy
goddamn.
who's trying to act tough, like some big alpha on the internet. A guy who literally recoils into a sentient goofball the second he gets near a woman. But anyways, what's going on here? Well,
You know what I would do to try to get a woman's attention if I'm doing some shit like this? And it's like a recording and we're like talking and whatnot, I'd be like, yo, I got something to say. You know, you could
recently,
verbally
Mike's been
get
trying
their
to clean
fucking
up his
thing.
act a little bit, trying to convince everyone he's a normal guy before saying some incredibly unhinged things yesterday. But
Yeah, sure, you're a
Mike from
normal
PA a few days ago
dude.
said this. I love the fact that I'm just a normal guy offline. Makes life very easy. Yeah,
Nah.
first of all, normal guys do not behave the way that this guy does, threatening people, making calls to violence, what have you.
Yeah, that's
also
insane,
normal guys
dude.
never have to convince you they're normal guys. And also, this implies that
Bro, I'm gonna be real with you. If he's if he's what constitutes for a normal guy, I'd rather be a weirdo any day of the fucking week, and I am proud to admit that I am a weird ass motherfucker. Like, I'm a fucking weirdo online and IRL. Like, bro, I'll go gremlin mode while I'm watching shit. So yeah, I ain't afraid to say it. I mean, bro, I'm a femboy VTuber. What more do you expect?
offline he's normal. Does that mean that he's not normal online? Wouldn't that make his whole career
A lie.
joke? He's basically
Yeah.
saying that he's not normal online. Okay, interesting. But of course, the hidden replies on this are just
Bro, in a sea of normality, I'd rather be the weirdo that stands out. Not gonna lie.
and so you can see a normal.
Normal.
Everyone's posting this screenshot. He hates this screenshot so much, and you can just see people dunking on the normal guy in the hidden replies. And keep in mind, he has to manually hide every single one of those. He sees it, he gets angry.
He's a normal guy, but he hides his replies. Okay. Okay, dog. Yeah, sure. Don't like refute them. Don't like try to bring in facts to argue. I'm the weird guy with an off-the-shoulder hoodie and a choker. I get stares. Hell yeah, dude. The off-the-hoodie choker, that's the one that's like, okay, like right here, like I'm pointing at Rev. I love the stairs, hell yeah. Like it'll be here normally, but then it'll like slide off the shoulder right here, correct? Where like the hole for the head is larger, so that way it like arches like so. That's what you're referring to, right? That's what a off shoulder hoodie is. I just want to be correct. I just want to know that I'm yeah, all right. Yeah, bro. You a fellow femboy? Bro, I'm gonna be real with you, femboys. Some femboys got me acting wild, and I'm fucking straighter than a fucking I'm straighter than a pencil. Hell yeah, dude. We love the
It's
femboys.
very obvious. It triggers him.
Like,
quite
I'm
a
like,
bit.
shit, some of y'all
But in
look
the replies
female
that
enough.
He also was challenged by this person saying, "Ain't no effing way that's true." Where he says you have a child's cartoon as your avatar. The pedophile vibes you put out are off the charts.
What? Wow, what a great argument, dude. Like this argument, like, bro, this whole pedophile shit is so stupid. This dude probably just loves throwing that around. Because I will say, like, the only time you can attack some, like, avatar PFP is if they're, like, making fun of your physique or some shit. You know, that's, like, in my opinion, the only time you can say that. Where, like, if someone's like, oh, I don't wear skirts, but my fashion, still very femme. That's fine, dude. You know, not every femboy needs to wear skirts, in my opinion. You know, some baggy like sweats and whatnot. Show off them curves. Can't spell, that's fine. I can't spell either. Dude, I need to like triple check my shit. But yeah, like I feel like the only time you can actually attack someone for having a cartoon PFP is if they're like attacking your physique or some shit, and they won't even show their face online. I feel like that's the only time you can actually state not even half of this, like just the first portion of you have a child's cartoon as your avatar, is when they're like, oh, you look like X, Y, or Z. Cause, dude, this is just unhinged as fuck. And I thought you were supposed to be the normal dude offline. Like, what? This doesn't seem pretty normal to me.
Projection. Yeah, no normal person makes these heinous allegations against someone for using a cartoon profile picture. I'm sorry. Normal people don't see a Carl Weezer profile picture and immediately think of children being abused.
Especially when Carl Weezer is a fucking dog. Let's be real. That dude was fucking going after Jimmy's mom. Like his life depended on it. That dude would fucking bust out that Jimmy's mom. Like, bro, who remembers the crossover where Carl literally wished for Jimmy's mom in a jar? Like, the dude was wildin', if you ask me.
Is a self-report. This is projection, but
hey, he beat me to it. I love what I say. Yeah, that sounds like projection.
Here's one more from that comment section where someone says the normal guy in quotes probably means you don't tell people on the street that you want to place a bounty on people's heads that they've never heard of. And he says, "Who did I put a bounty on?" Well, I'm glad you asked.
Oh shit!
Making it very clear that he was putting a bounty on the head of Destiny.
Hey, no way! Someone brought the receipts, or I guess Rev brought the receipts. That's hilarious. Let's listen to this.
We brought the called shock, you fucking idiot. It's called shock. Anything that happens, I mean, like, holy shit, guys. If you live in Florida, I have an opportunity for you. If you want to earn $100,000, let me know.
That sounds like putting a bounty on someone's head. I don't know about you, but that quite literally sounds like you're offering people money to commit a crime against Destiny. So I don't know how you could see that in any other way. Like it's pretty stupid.
Yeah, see, they like to hide behind a very thin wall of, let's say, vagueness, where they say a very clear message, but they don't say it entirely directly, so they can have some sort of plausible deniability. We all know what he was doing here. He was trying to put a bounty on Destiny's head, and this is coming from someone like me who doesn't even like Destiny, but you can't go around implying heavily stuff like this. This guy is a walking hypocrite, okay? Yeah. He is someone who gets exposed all the time for fumbling on his own points. Recently, he came out to defend Denims, Frogan, and Caseytron from the copyright infringement lawsuits that he...
Bro, speaking of Frogans, Denims, and Caseytron, y'all want to see a wild fucking comment I got? This was a comment that I got on the Denims video. This one. Oh boy, we got more comments. Oh, no. I got this one. It says, "You're seething so hard, that's crazy. Living rent-free in your head. Get over your crush, bro. Being parasocial won't get you laid." I'm sorry. Did you see the fucking video? I said that she's literally throwing people under the bus, being a snake in the grass. I even have it here in the thumbnail. How is what? Plus, I've only done like 2 fucking videos on this, so I don't know where that individual's coming from, but you know, very weird. Yeah, she's living rent free in my head. I think you're projecting your own fantasies onto me, dude. Not gonna lie, because I say she deserves all the shit that's coming to her, especially considering that all she does is slander people on the internet with baseless accusations, such as the homie Tectone, where she constantly calls Tectone a rapist with no actual proof, and she got him banned all because he dared to say that a woman who does OnlyFans is a whore. Like, my God, guys. Yeah, that's the type of person I would fucking want to go after. Sure, an OnlyFans whore.
Klein filed against them, where he's
Like,
saying
bro.
Denim's reaction to the content nuke made by Ethan on Hassan Piker was fair use, and that
No, it
Ethan's
wasn't.
trying to
She just violated
clamp down
copyright
on fair
laws.
use and transformative
No, he's
content.
not.
Meanwhile, this is the same guy that only a few months ago said
If he was, he wouldn't be winning, and the courts would have dismissed his lawsuit day one. But no, they're still going through all that shit. So I don't know how you can say that he's doing all that stuff when the courts themselves are quite literally on his side.
he was going to file DMCA takedowns on Asmongold if Asmongold continued to react to his public streams and criticize the
Yeah,
things
that's
he's saying.
fucking wild, dude.
Organize raids against other channels. And I just want to say this. I straight up don't consent to any insults, any watching of my content. If you watch any of my content, you don't have a license, I will DM.
Guess what? The internet's a free platform. Whatever you say in a public space can be used by anyone, especially if it's reaction content. That falls under fair use. YouTube has stated that multiple times. So get off your fucking high horse. Like, shit, people can react to my fucking videos if they wanted to, and I'd be like, yo, publicity, yay! Even if they're disagreeing with what I say. Like, anyone can react to any of my videos because they're on a public space. Like, it's pretty stupid.
CAU. That is
Yup, people think the internet is their own personal space where everything's private. Yeah, it's not. That's like going to the park and complaining that someone's recording in the park and you're in the shot, and then going up to them and saying they don't have permission to use any portion that they're in. It's like, yes, they do. The park is a public space. You're not in a private space. If you were in a private space, let's say like a federal building where you need clearance and IDs and ID checks to enter the building, then you can make the argument there, especially if someone's recording in there. But if it's a public space like a park, for instance, as in the example, then people have all the rights to record whatever's going on in the park.
what I'm going to say. Any kind of bad faith interpretations of what I'm saying, any attempt to make me seem to be saying something I don't believe or don't say, is absolutely not allowed. I don't give you any consent to review my content.
So you probably watch all.
We don't need consent to review your content, dog. It's on the internet. The internet is all public. Anything that's on the internet is public, unless it's under a specific like IP or domain. And even then, I think it's still like free use, fair use.
Listen, you're thinking to yourself, okay, we get it. He's a hypocrite. He's unhinged. What did Mike from PA do this time? Well, like a lot of things, it involves the conflict going on between Israel and Palestine, and I'm surprised he has anything else to say here because, well, Hassan already saw the entire conflict. He made this absolute banger of a tweet.
Bro, this is so
I'm
stupid.
surprised he hasn't gotten a Nobel Peace
Is
Prize
he gonna
yet.
talk about it?
Where he says
Is he gonna
one
read it
phone
off?
call is
Okay.
all it takes to stop Israel's genocide. If Israel doesn't comply, shut off weapons transfers. If Israel looks to get weapons elsewhere, put a sanctions package. And if that fails, invade Israel militarily. Wow, that is
That's not how it works, bro. Tell me you know nothing about the government and how the government functions without telling me you don't know anything about the government and how the government functions. That's not how it works. Because if that was the case, then the entire, trade war that was going on with America and China wouldn't have happened. And we would not have seen all these massive tariffs be in play to try to essentially strong arm China into doing what they should be doing realistically. Like, it's very stupid.
full proof.
What a
Generals
dumbass take.
Notice. World leaders take notice. Hassan Piker just figured everything out. Make one phone call, and if it doesn't work, then have an American military invasion of Israel.
That's illegal. the government can't just invade a country without cause just because they're buying weapons from somewhere else, especially if they're doing it legally. Guess what? If America cuts off weapons to Israel, Israel could just look for another manufacturer and legally get them from there, and America wouldn't be able to do anything. They could, for instance, start getting weapons from Russia legally, and right then and there, America can't really do anything except wag their finger and be like, no, 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 stop doing that, and Israel will literally be like, no, we're going to continue doing that because we need to defend ourselves. So this is a stupid fucking take.
Solved it, ladies and gentlemen. What a brilliant mind. Now, this is the clip.
I wanna actually see this. This individual. This alone should disqualify this guy from any serious discussion. He's just a frat bro who, at the end of the day, is an entertainer first and foremost. And even this is a stretch. Like, dude, his fucking reply. U.S. presidents have stopped Israel with one phone call under regulation, GHWB, and even Biden in 2021. What made you feel so confident in your stupidity? Leave the hug box immediately. Like, dude, how... all the steroids are not only shrinking his balls, but they're also shrinking and smoothing out his brain.
Invasion of Israel. He solved it, ladies and gentlemen.
Like, dude,
what a brilliant mind.
Let's not forget that he's very clearly anti-Semitic, and he clearly just wants the Israelis to die because he's quite literally in favor of terrorist actions being taken against Israel. So yeah, let's not forget about that.
This is the clip in particular that we're talking about today. It stems from a long conversation about these related topics where eventually Mike from PA just goes mask off, and he calls Jews a demonic ethnicity.
That is fucking wild.
In the days that followed
That's
that,
crazy.
the blessed
Jew is
night-
not a fucking ethnic. It is a Jewish is not an ethnicity. This constructed ethnicity, this demonic ethnicity, wholly invented.
Well,
Dude,
ladies and
that
gentlemen,
is
the mask
wild,
is come
dude.
completely off. I can see a scenario where like Hassan grabs this guy by the collar and pulls him in and is like, "Hey man, you're supposed to say Zionist, not Jew. You're not supposed to let them know that's actually what we meant." But like, yeah, people have been saying this for a long time.
Yeah,
like,
that's
we all know
insane.
what they're talking about in a lot of these cases. It's not just
Like I said, they're just blatantly anti-Semitic, and they try to hide behind very specific words to make it seem like they're not, when in reality they are, and that is fucking insane to me. Like, straight up mask off, just an anti-Semite right here.
Zionists. They're trying to basically use this as a blanket
You
term.
want to know how I know that? Because if Hitler was alive today and he was a streamer, he'd probably be saying the exact same shit, and he'd probably applaud what this dude just said.
For not only Jews, but anyone who disagrees with them on anything politically. And this guy just went mask off. Like, imagine anyone
Yep.
else saying a statement like this or similar to this about any other group. They'd be permabanned instantly. If
Yeah.
Asmongold came out and said this sentence, he'd be permabanned from Twitch forever. But this guy, they had a...
Let's not forget, Asmon got banned for, what, was it a week or two, for saying that people who, you know, for people who treat women unfairly and, you know, abuse women, saying that they're an inferior culture. He got banned for 2 weeks for saying that. 1 to 2 weeks. I don't remember the exact number. But it was fucking wild, dude. He didn't even say anything specific to anyone. He just said, if you do this, your culture is inferior to others because it's barbaric.
wait around for a lot of people to start talking about this before they made a move. And a spoiler alert for the end of this video, it sounds like it's not going to be a very long suspension at all.
No.
And it's really crazy.
Another good old email was sent to him, like, oh, yo, what are your days off? We'll ban you on those days. I can guarantee it.
They used to pretend like it wasn't about saying these disparaging things about Jews. They kept it to just Zionists, right? Especially when they're referring to people like Ethan Klein. But if you look at the track record
That is very
there's some
wild.
interesting interactions that happened over the past couple of days that led into this, where Mike from PA was saying it's important that we punish the propagandists who supported this genocide, criminal charges, including the death penalty. And people in the H3H3 production subreddit said, ah, yes, the death penalty for political opposition. Where have I seen this before? And then he quotes that, basically saying all this stuff, saying if you propagandize and incite genocide, it's already a crime in the United States. And the death penalty is a part of that.
Well, then by your own logic, realistically, you should be in jail because you yourself have incited physical violence on other people, and you have also incited, fucking the death of certain individuals. I mean, we just saw a clip where he fucking put out a hit on Destiny. Like, what? Talk about rules for thee, but not for me, man.
Well, he has confirmed many times that he believes, in reference to Ethan Klein, he is one of the biggest propagandists for the genocide. So the death penalty is on the table for Mr. Ethan Klein in the world of Mike from PA. And this is something that really shouldn't surprise you. This guy is a dingbat. This guy is illiterate, okay? He Googles what he believes is evidence and supports for you, the viewer, to go out and start making citizens' arrests of people that you believe are supporting a genocide, including people...
You know what's funny? You can't just arrest someone and claim it's a citizen's arrest. You need actual probable cause that, a crime is being committed, a crime will be committed, or that you're fearful for your life in some way, shape, or form that is provable in the court of law. If you just go out and start like arresting people just for the sake of arresting people and claim it's a citizen's arrest, that's not gonna fly, and you're the one that's gonna end up in jail.
By his own definition would be like Ethan Klein, Asmongold, Dan Saltman, Destiny, all these people.
You are justified in attempting citizen's arrest.
Oh my god.
This is not my idea, by the way.
Tell me you don't know anything about how to conduct a lawful citizen's arrest without telling me you know nothing about how to conduct a lawful citizen's arrest. Like, brother, that's insane.
Everyone has the right to arrest or detain a criminal, and defending genocide is the same thing as doing it.
By his own logic, then everyone's within their right to go arrest Hassan, because Hassan is a terrorist supporter and is supporting genocide that is being committed in the Middle East. So by his own logic, Hassan and every single one of his orbiters is liable to be citizens arrested with what he is stating. Like, bro, like I said, tell me you don't know anything about how to conduct a lawful citizen's arrest without telling me you know nothing about how to conduct a lawful citizen's arrest.
Universal jurisdiction is a legal principle allowing states to prosecute individuals for certain serious crimes such as genocide, war crimes, and crime against humanity, regardless of where the crime occurred or the nationality of the perpetrator or victim. Every single human being in the entire planet has the right to try to effectuate a citizen's arrest.
Holy shit, this dude's an idiot.
Universal jurisdiction for crimes against humanity. Aiding, advocating, and abetting genocide.
What he just read is a generalization provided by AI. If you looked at the actual law, the actual article, and the actual subsection, there are clear rules that state that how you would have to go about performing a legal citizen's arrest. Like, dude, it's so wild.
Is a crime. And so therefore, every human being is instantly deputized in the entire world to take means to arrest that person and take them to The Hague.
So obviously, after seeing all of this go down yesterday, a lot of content creators were weighing in, including Asmongold, who has a very vested interest in all of this, because these are the people who are constantly attacking him and trying to go after him when they believe he said something out of line. They want him deplatformed. They want him pulled away from any sort of ability to exist.
Yeah, quite literally. Oh, you disagree with us in your opinion? Straight to the gulag with you. No trial. Arrest this man. Why? Because he's using his First Amendment right for freedom of speech to disagree with what I'm saying and is providing actual hard facts.
Exist on places like Twitch. So he had this to say in the replies to the tweet sharing the clip, saying, "How is calling people of Jewish ethnicity a demonic entity not an instant permaban? What the F is going on? I'm starting to think that maybe Twitch does actually have an anti-Semitism problem at Twitch support." And this would get a lot of attention, and he would get even more attention when he would react to this and would share his notion, his idea that people in his community should start tagging Twitch and sponsors if they're not going to do anything about this.
Yeah, they should.
And, anyway, no, I think that we should do that. I do. I think this is over the line, and I think we should get the community together and make sure that every Jewish advocacy group in the world knows that this is happening, and maybe even people at Amazon. And so we can do this maybe on Discord or on Twitter. Why don't we go ahead and get a list together right now?
I wholeheartedly agree with what he's saying. Like, if Twitch isn't going to do anything to enforce its TOS, we should start bringing this up to the actual sponsors that you see on Twitch. Because this is genuinely fucking ridiculous that someone could quite literally say that the Jewish race is a demonic ethnicity and suffer zero consequences for it. That's fucking wild to me. Imagine if someone said that about blacks, or Mexicans, or Asians, or the Irish, or any other ethnicity. People would be losing their fucking minds.
Of all of the different advocacy groups, and we are going to message all of them and see if we can get something done about this. I do. I think this is insane. This is a crazy, crazy thing to do. Mike made the VOD available to subscribers. It doesn't matter. We have the clip. Everybody has the clip.
Yeah, I mean,
that's it.
Yeah, the clip is already right here. It doesn't matter if the VOD is for subscribers only. It's already circulated the internet. It's on here. Live stream fails on Reddit. It's already on Twitter. Clearly here by fucking awkward 2000. Is that 2000? No, 20,000. So yeah, like good old yeet
of a historic reconciliation between Arab and Jew.
The fucking coke.
In the days that followed,
That's crazy.
the blessed
Jew is not a fucking ethnic.
Yes.
It is Jewish is not an ethnicity. This construct.
And I think that if Twitch doesn't do something about this, I think that we should just go and open up Twitch on a browser, look at every advertiser that Twitch has, and then send it to every advertiser that Twitch has.
Well, clearly the collective response by Asmongold, his community, and also a lot of people on places like Twitter and Reddit had an impact, because eventually the noise got too loud and they would ban Mike from PA. Now, the duration of this ban, who knows, but at least something happened, and that's how pathetic.
If it's a one-day ban, it's a slap on the wrist. Especially for something that should clearly get you a permaban, because that it constitutes anti-Semitism and hate speech. That should outright be a permaban. But no, I can guarantee you this will be like a 1 to 2 day ban. If it's anything more than that, then great, because that's actually really good. But if it's only like a 1 to 2 day ban, then dude, it's just a slap on the wrist, and Twitch is only doing this just so that way they can save face.
Things are. That's how low the bar is. Basically, you have to consider something like this a win, that they would actually ban someone for calling an entire ethnicity demonic. That's how low the bar is. Thanks to people like Hassan, Dan Clancy, and all the people who are in the favorites club over at there on Twitch. But Ethan would weigh in, because of course, he would say Mike should be permanently banned. There's absolutely no reason to allow him back. Anything less is
agree with that
scandalous.
as well.
And you
like
can
I
see,
said, it should
based
be a
on the actual
permaban.
language provided on his page, it is a temporary ban. So this is not a permaban. Now, I wouldn't be surprised in a fair system that what he said would be a permaban, especially given his history of violent rhetoric on the platform. At the very least, can we get like 30 days? I don't think we're
We
gonna get
won't.
that.
Bro, I
really
don't even think
we're
we'll get a
anywhere near
week.
Close to 30 days. It's seeming that it's going to be a lot less. Apparently, Ethan Klein shared this. As you can see down here,
Yo.
he's basically saying it's not a long ban. And in his server, we see the mention of 2 days.
Fucking called
2
it.
days
I fucking
what he
called
said.
it.
would be absolutely wild.
I fucking called it. I said it. I literally said, watch it be a 1 to 2 day ban, which is nothing but a slap on the wrist. What a joke.
Wild. And you know, when the people say, like, we got to talk to the sponsors, we got to go after Twitch hard, try to get the ban, you should do the same thing when the ban is inadequate. When he gets a slap on the wrist for something that would be an instant permaban for the wrong people, basically anyone outside the favorite group on Twitch, you should have that same energy based on the punishment. But we'll see what happens there. But the replies to the ban announcement are just hilarious. Oh, that image. He hates this image so much.
Yep.
Yeah, people are very happy to see him go.
Dude's getting
But yeah, this whole
ratioed
thing,
hard.
complete mess. Another terrible look for Twitch. And honestly, I believe they only reacted because they got so much backlash in the hours after these clips started to go viral.
This is the same shit as when they banned Hassan for a day. They only did it because they needed to save face, so that way it didn't look like they were playing favorites.
But anyways, that's going to do it for this video. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.
Bruh, it's... oh shit. It's very, very ridiculous. Very ridiculous. Like, the fact that someone could say something like that and only get a fucking 2-day ban is fucking wild. Especially when if it was like someone like Asman who said something like that, he'd be facing a week up to like a perma. And it's so stupid, dude. Tectone got a fucking 2-week ban for calling Frogan fat. He got another ban for calling Denims a fucking OnlyFans whore because that's what she does. And that's what she is. And he got another ban for stating that if Denims doesn't want to be called a whore, she shouldn't be doing OnlyFans. It's so wild, dude. It's so wild how Twitch plays favorites so blatantly and then will turn around and say, no, we don't. No, we don't. We don't play favorites. But yeah, anyhow, it's fucking stupid in my opinion.